Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Evangelist Mary Mason Foot here. Well, of course, you already know my name. But anyway, I wanted to get on this live and I wanted to tell you all about the best $90 that I spent. And God was speaking to me about doing this live, and it seemed like all of a sudden I felt discouraged. And I started praying. I was like, God, if you want me to do, give this message, let me know. But anyway, right before I was getting ready to do the live, someone called me on the phone and just picked out an argument for no reason. And so I know that was the devil, that he do not want me to do what God has told me to do so that somebody can be released and set free from this. Okay, the best $90 spend. This is what happened to me. I'm a type of person, I believe in not telling, what you do for people. I believe in that when you do stuff for people, you do it out of the kindness of your heart. Nobody should know but you and God. I am big on alms, which is charity, what you do for people. Ain't nobody supposed to know but you and God. So, but I have to tell you this story because I'm a person that if I do something for somebody, I don't follow up what I do for people, and I don't have to go around telling people. I don't tell people what I do for people. But I have to tell you this right here so you can understand where I'm coming from. So this lady reached out to me and she asked me for $50. She said she needed some money for some gas and to get some food for her kids because she wanted to come home. And me being the person that I am, that when you ask me for help, I'm going to help you. Even if you don't ask me. And if I know you need help, I'm going to help you. But this is what happened. The lady asked me for the money, I was going to get ready to wire her the money. But something didn't fit right in my spirit, which I know it was nobody but God. But God was showing me that to pay attention that something's not right. But he didn't tell me not to send it. And me being the person that I am, that if I know you need help, I'm going to help you. And so I did just that. I waited a couple of hours before I sent the money. And I sent it because, because what if it was me and my children on the side of the road and I needed help, and when I reached out to somebody, they didn't help me, I would feel bad. So I put myself in the shoes of that mother, how she was feeling. So I went and I sent the money and everything. And I texted her the money and everything and how much it was. She asked me for $50, but I was led to do more because, if you got to drive hours, you're going to need more than $50. You're going to need that for gas. And if you got to feed your children, you're going to need money for food. So I gave her $90. And I texted her, I said, text me when you make it home. I know she had a 7 to 8 hour drive. So I said, just text me when you make it home. Well, make it to your destination so that I know that you're safe. And she said, okay. So I texted that morning when I woke up because I didn't hear from her. She said, oh, I made it such and such. I'm there. I said, okay, then cool. And so at the church yesterday, I said, I text the woman. I said, I want to talk and pray with you. Because if you're going through something, you don't want to be out there by yourself. So when I text her, she told me that she, be at such place at such time. And I said, okay. So I texted her this morning and I said, she going to be at a certain place at this time because I was going to come out and see her. She said, oh, no. She said, I went on back, back to such place, wherever she had left from. And I don't follow up when I do stuff for people. When God tell you to do something, you better do, and you better trust and believe there's a reason behind it. So I called her, when I found out the truth that she was lying to me. That I'm not saying she might have need the money for something, but she didn't need it for to come home. She didn't need it for what she asked me for. And so I called the woman and I asked her, I said, are you still on the road? She said, girl, yeah. And I was going to play around with it, a little bit to just let her just kind of just keep on digging a ditch. But you know what? I wasn't going to even do it because God didn't want me to do that. And I came straight out with her. I told her, I know that you're lying to me. I know you still 7 or 8 hours away and you never did come to Mississippi. And I said, you are wrong because you took my hard-earned money to pay my bills. That you took my money and I don't know what you did with it. And I told her I'm not pleased with it. And she was saying, you gonna do this and this, and I can't believe you this and that and this and that, whatever. Anyway, make a long story short. So the place that she's supposed to have been when she came to Mississippi, I called the lady. And I was following up. But come to find out, she never did come to Mississippi. And okay, she didn't come to Mississippi. But this is right here where the best $90 spent came out at. Although she took the $90 that I needed for myself, the money that I was blessing her with, she did something else with it or whatever. She took that from me. But God was saying to me that was the best $90 spent. Because me and the other lady, the lady that was she supposed to have went where she lied, she didn't show up at that lady's house. We girls spent time talking about God. We began to minister to one another. So basically, the devil had meant it for harm, and God turned it around for good. Because while me and that woman was talking, after we discovered that it was a lie and this and that, this and that, we began to talk about some things. And y'all, when I tell y'all that hour that we talked on the phone, when I say God got so much glory in her life and my life, that God, after we finished, God said that was the best $90 spent. People might think that they're getting over on you. They might think that that you're a fool. But I tell you what, when it comes to God, if you let whatever somebody did you wrong and you take it to God, God is going to turn around and bless you every time. I might not have that $90 back, but when I say I got a different outlook about who God is and how he will direct your path and how he will cause you to lose just so somebody else can be blessed, I tell you, that's exactly what happened. I lost out, but the woman that I got a chance to talk to on the other end was blessed, and I was blessed. And she said, Mary, you know what? This had to happen. She said, because I had been going through, and she began to minister to me and tell me about what she was going through on her job and how she feel. Sometimes she don't feel like, God is there. But we talked about so much, but she was so blessed. And just knowing that even though that girl took $90 from me, that I was able to minister and be a blessing to someone else that really needed more than $90. She needed more than what money can buy. She needed her spirit uplifted. And I just thank God for that. So I want to encourage you. If you ever done anything for anybody, if anybody ever did you wrong, I don't care what dark it is. You let God get the glory. You begin to pray and you begin to talk to God. And just know that man can't do nothing to you. A weapon will form, but it will not prosper. Because I should be mad. I should be pissed off about my money, but I'm not. I am thankful because I got a chance to talk to another woman of God who was going through, and we was able to encourage one another. So again, you be encouraged. If you ever experience anything like this, just say it's going to be okay. If you ever experience somebody take it from you, it's going to be okay. If you experience you did something for somebody and they did you wrong, it's going to be okay. You give it to God. You give God the glory. You give God the praise, and you let it be all about God. Because it ain't about that person. It's about God. I bless that woman, and I ask God in the name of Jesus, whatever she used that money for, that God would come in and just, I know what she used it for because I found out what she used the money for. And she didn't use the money for good. She used the money for something bad. But I'm praying for her, and I'm praying for her, and I'm asking God to come through and God to change what's going on in her life. But again, I can run my mouth over and over again. And when I'm on live, I can't stay too long because I get nervous. But I just want to get off. Before I get off, I just want to encourage you. Oh, another thing. And it's this instrumental, it's a song called I Just Want to Bless His Name by Donald. If you YouTube that song that says I just want to bless his name, the instrumental part, if you just listen to the instrumental and you begin to pray to God, you're going to find yourself praying more than 5 minutes to God. So I'm going to encourage you again. Don't worry about what people do to you. Don't worry about what people take from you. You just live and you give glory to God. And YouTube that song, I Just Want to Bless Your Name. And listen to the instrumental part of it. And pray and talk to God. And that's it. All right then. Y'all have a great day. And that was my best $90 spent. Bye.